Stephen, back after the international break into domestic football. You raring to get going again?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Boys had a well-earned break. The boys have been away on international duty. They got back this morning, so we assessed them. They've come back with some very good results, for the Northern Ireland under-21s and Scotland under-21s, and obviously the senior squad as well in Northern Ireland. The second game Trevor was involved in, Biggie as well. So yeah, they've come back full of confidence. We managed to rest the boys for a couple of days and then start prepping for Hearts.
As well as the confidence that will bring in, does it bring you any sort of challenges? Of course, they come into the group later in the week, and is it a sense of catch-up, or are they just ready to slot back in?
It is a bit of a challenge, they're not there for 10 days, and we obviously actively encourage them all to go, and it's a great honour for the club and the players to go. But yeah, their first real day back is today, and again you're assessing them. It's the second day after a game on a Tuesday night, so Friday's really the first time that you really get together. But the boys that have been away know what we want from them. They know what I expect from them. They know our organisation, so I don't think it's too much of a task.
I think I asked you this before the break, but the direct result of the performances is these sort of things, the boys getting called up to the national team, and it must give you pride as a manager to see that.
Yeah, I think pride as a football club, it's been a long time since we had 5 boys involved in international football away, and long may that continue. We got a couple more we feel could be pushing. We got a couple of more younger boys that may push into the Scottish setup as well. So yeah, we're proud of them, and they need to keep working and keep pushing themselves as well.
And of course, like you mentioned, some boys that didn't go away, but there's others that weren't even training, still recovering from injury, the likes of Craig Tanner, Charles Dunn. What can you tell us about those lads?
They're now my chief scouts as well, so they're working alongside Martin Foyle. So, it's hard when you're injured. They're both longer term, so we have to make sure they're still part of the football club. So I'm sending them to watch a couple of games for me, and I'll be interested to see their ideas and reports and things.
Yeah, so is it hard? Is that another challenge for you to keep these boys' spirits up and make sure they don't get too down in the dumps with being out of action?
Yeah, they're both very important players to us, both really good kids as well. And it's frustrating, you've nothing at the end of the week. You work your socks off, and the 2 boys that push themselves very, very hard, and then there's nothing on a Saturday. So you have to try and keep their spirits up. You've got to remember they're young men trying to make their way in their lives. They're not earning millions and millions of pounds. So it's very, very frustrating for them. But they're good boys with a right work ethic, and they'll be back as soon as they possibly can.
We've covered the international, we've covered the injuries, and one of those lads that was on the international scene is Liam Donnelly, coming back from his injury. What's the update on him? He seemed like he had a good spell, especially scoring against Spain.
Yeah, Liam was a strange one. He obviously didn't play any games with us before he went away. He had a groin injury for almost 3.5, 4 weeks. So he managed to go, and it's probably an advantage to both of us. A super result against Spain's under-21s. He played all 96, 97 minutes of the game in holding midfield, funny enough. But it gives him another opportunity for 90 minutes. That's his first 90 minutes in 4 weeks, so he's a bit stiff and tired. So we'll have a wee look at him and assess where he is tomorrow morning.
Speaking of assessing, how do you assess your opponents for the weekend? Stephen, Hearts coming at this one in really good form, aren't they?
Yeah, I went to see them in the first game of the season against Accies, so that a good win. They've gone on and continued that there in the cup and in the league, so they're going to be a tough task. It's still very early in the season, but we go into the game, I feel, rediscovering our form from last year in the last 3 matches. They're a big physical side with boys that can play as well, so it's going to be a tough game. We have to match them physically, and then it's who gets the ball down and plays in that final third of the pitch.
I know you treat every game with equal importance, but when you look at the run that's coming up, just how important will it be for you to get off to a good start after the international break, do you feel?
Yeah, home games are important. If you can win your home games and take points away from home, then you're going to have a very good season. So we set ourselves targets. I work in 5-game blocks, and we know that we've got a tough block coming up, and it's important we pick up points on Saturday.
Well, Stephen, all the best.
Cheers, thank you.